as you might, but the evidence simply is not there to support what you're saying. What you got going on is a classic scenario of folks who had their eyes glazed over with a whole lot of propaganda. What you have is eyes glazed over because they've been given misinformation by the truckload. Everyone thinks that everything is flowing this way when it's actually flowing that way. And the result is folks have been given by default a shot of Novocaine, as they say. They basically they're just frozen, zombies, stuck. But you cannot, no matter what you do, you can't argue with what the numbers say. Just can't do it. So what are you saying? I don't care. I travel up and down the eastern seaboard coast. I travel other places, and I'm firsthand looking into what's happening locally on the ground in various city areas. And it's the same wherever you go. Folks have been hit over the head with a brick, basically, and they're shell-shocked, and they see all these forecasts. I can see where there's improvement in this, that, and the third. In the meantime, what you don't see coming behind them is a huge brick wall that they're running right into. That brick wall is basically capitalism, communism, Catholicism, and Mohammedanism, misnomed by some as quote-unquote al-Islam. These particular four elements are like the four spirits of in the Euphrates that you read about in scripture somewhere. You're looking at those four on a collision course, straight up, and they're going to lead to conflagration, and it's going to spread. It's going to be horrific in scope, and it's going to be geopolitical realignment and default geofinancial realignment, and you're seeing the elements of it already hardening. That cement is already been poured, and it's drying real fast, and before you know it, there's going to be contrived conflict, and that conflict is going to lead to the famine, the war, the pestilence, and everything else that goes along with it. It's going to be some nonsense that requires self-reliance. This is why, telling folks to stock up on dry food and water and medical supplies is one thing, but being able to grow what you need, being able to be self-sufficient and the production of your garments, and the production of your food, and the production of tables and chairs and lamps and things for woodworking and for metalworking on your own terms. All these things are going to be key. So I'm repeatedly saying to the various houses of the Moors, look, self-reliance for the Moors is not merely an option, it is an absolute requirement. And we stand at the ready to speak to any particular parties on any given matter at any given time when it comes down to socio-economic infrastructure from a more centric center of gravity. And we're ready. We are waiting for our folks to step up and say, all right, we got to figure this thing out. Now, we're in negotiations with a couple of houses of the Moors. One of them, we started speaking back and forth with them, and we were told who was going to be negotiating on their behalf, and we let it be known who was going to be negotiating on our behalf. And we don't know what happened. Another party was introduced into this negotiation process that we knew nothing about, and we can't confirm whether or not he's actually with that particular House of Moors or not. And we haven't gotten a response back from them, so we don't know who this particular party is. But once we get past that little detail, we can straighten out and resume or continue the negotiation process and get some things going where it will be mutually beneficial to all the houses in unison, combined. So I look forward to seeing certain things manifest, but I'm absolutely, positively certain, and I'm telling you, self-reliance by that the Moors should engage in self-reliance when it comes down to monetary policy, when it comes down to anything dealing with social fabric and or diplomacy and governance issues. I know there's a lot of folks that's working on things, and I'm happy to see what they're doing. My lieutenant ambassador and Al-Abati is 3 hours from New Mecca, and I know that in New Mecca there's parties that's putting in some work to get the various houses to do some things. I'm happy to see them do what they do. They have a conference call on a regular basis, and my lieutenant ambassador did in fact participate and let me know where we proceed. But I don't know, I didn't hear what he was saying, and I don't know what all that he said yet. I don't have the transcripts yet. I'm looking to get a transcript from what he says he said. What I know is we all have to talk to one another. The various houses are going to have to talk to one another, and there's some things that we have to put down, and there's some things that we're going to have to work out. And it's not a luxury of a choice. It's going to have to happen. Now, we will take care of diplomacy and governance. That's what we do. And what other houses and Moors do, well, we'll find out, and we'll make that all part of the grand scheme of things and make it work. But I'm telling you, self-reliance absolutely positively has to be the end result. It's not a luxury of a choice. It absolutely positively has to happen. And I need for it to happen now, right now, yesterday if not sooner. And all of our folks would benefit from that. We all need for this to happen. So we'll see where it goes, but we're definitely on that path.